everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Now you may be wondering, why am I doing this? Why all of a sudden? Well, I've been wanting to do the story bits of 14 for a very long time. Unfortunately, I could not at the time due to my computer being unable to record it at 60 frames and for it not to look like a PowerPoint. Now I can, and I thought, why not do 4.5? As I've said in my previous video, I only want to do games that really interest me, and this one is one of my favorite games of all time. I put 3,000 hours in there, go figure. So as you could tell, a lot of stuff is different with 14 compared to before, and also I've got a gold Namazu. That's a very hard thing to get. So I'm going to meet you all where we first start the story. And welcome to Mordona. Now, most people don't know Mordona was the central hub to get a lot of stuff in 14 at the time of Realm Reborn. Now we have, in Stormblood, we have Ralgar's Reach with Idleshire for Heavensward. So we are now going to go and get to the story bits. So we're just gonna go right to, gonna go right in here. It's been a while. It's been a definite while since the last story bits was back in, I'd say October? November? Yeah, I'd say about October or November. It's not too bad. So, and here we are with the Rising Stones, where the Scions have made their home back in, I'd say, like 2 point something or other. I know it was a 2.x story. So, here we get to talk to Alize and see what she has to say. Oh, this is not gonna look good.
I'm glad you've come, though I'm afraid there's little in the way of good news. After you left, we reached out to both the Alchemists Guild and Stillglade Fane and attempted all manner of treatments. But the results were always the same. Whatever the answer is, it's not alchemy or conjuring. Why did it have to be Y'shtola and Urianger and not me? Out of all of us, they are the ones who could feasibly have solved this puzzle. And Elphanu's still missing. God, it's all going wrong. Where do we even start?
Now, if you guys don't know what she's talking about, back in 4.4, unfortunately, the Scions of the 7th Dawn, I would say about Thancred, Urianger, and Y'shtola, had some kind of voice reach out to them, and they all basically passed out and have not woken up yet. So that is the reason for that. That is just to remind the players of what has happened.
A grave situation indeed. Might I be of some assistance?
Well, look who comes from Eureka!
Cryle, I thought you busy delving into the mysteries of Eureka.
My thoughts exactly.
Word reached me of the plight of our friends. I could not well stay away. As a fellow scion, not to mention your erstwhile mentor, this is one of those times you should feel free to call on me, regardless of my personal circumstances.
Yes, I should have thought of that. Thank you for coming, Cryle. We would welcome your insight.
And I should be happy to provide it. Now, what's this I hear about Alphano heading into Imperial territory? That boy always did have some funny ideas. Do you remember the speech he gave when he was accepted to the studium?
Now, if people don't know, in 4.3, Alphano was sent to the Imperials to be somewhat of a negotiator for Doma, and unfortunately he crashed and is now still missing. We still don't know his whereabouts at this point.
My life's goal is naught less than the salvation of this star.
That is definitely Alphano. Oh, why is my character not laughing? That's funny.
That particular grand pronouncement has been a source of great embarrassment to him, as you know. But the fact of the matter is, he meant every word and has lived his life accordingly.
Yes, he remains altruistic to a fault, but I'm worried he was too fixated on his goals to see the dangers, as has happened before.
Yep, Crystal Braves,
Give me
if you
reason
guys
concerned.
don't know.
Though his values remain the same, Alphino is not the blinkered boy he once was. Slowly but surely his eyes have been opened, thanks to a certain someone.
Well, if you guys don't know, back in 2.x, unfortunately, he did start the Crystal Braves for the Scions. Ended up being a complete failure when they turned against us, and therefore leading to the events of Heavensward. So basically, we helped him kind of grow in Heavensward, and I liked his characteristics of that.
Someone whom he'd be mortified to learn had heard about his little speech. Mum's the word, eh?
He probably would be mortified at that point.
Right, I'd better have a look at our patients. They're in the infirmary, I assume. I'll need absolute quiet, so it would be best if I did this alone. If you'll excuse me.
I'm wondering though, is she still recovered? If you guys don't know, at the end of Stormblood, spoiler warning, she unfortunately was kidnapped and most of her body was kind of used for testing to do something about the echo. So it's a little bit hard to do what she normally does. That's why she was in Eureka at that point. But I'm wondering how she is power-wise.
All three are in fine physical health. At a glance, I would say they were merely sound asleep. Except for the fact that I couldn't sense the slightest trace of them in their bodies. It's as if their souls have taken leave of their physical forms.
Oh, just as we expected.
Ah, yes. The elder Seedseer made a similar observation.
I've read the report. When you heard this mysterious voice, you described feeling as if you were somewhere else, yes?
Yes. Definitely.
If
The
we
Warrior of
assume
Light
the
did
ether
have the
which
similar
comprises
issue.
Your essence is being drawn to some other place, then it may be possible to follow the trail it leaves behind, just as we did in our search for Thancred.
Oh, that's a good
I wasn't
point.
around for that, but I can't imagine it was easy.
Oh, it wasn't. But that's no reason not to try. I will have need of Master Matoya's crystal eye if I'm even to make the attempt. So I suggest we pay her a visit.
Yes, that would be a good start. I'm so glad I did my Black Mage's Glamour for this. It looks so awesome. Hold on here. I know I'm jumping gun here. It's been a while for me, but look at that. Look at my Black Mage. She's sophisticated and she will set you on fire. So I'm going to be cutting off a lot of the travel-wise for you guys just to make this video a little shorter. I'm going to be doing all the story bits for you guys, so that way it's going to be easier. I should probably have this video up probably within the next few days of the patch releasing. I'm not sure. So where we're going to be heading is the place that we did meet this person in Heavensward, more in the 3.x. So I will meet you all there. Alright, before we get into the next story bit here, I wanted to show off one of my bigger accomplishments with raiding. A lot of the primals in every expansion or with every part of the game, you will be getting mounts if you go the EX primals. This is Biako's. This was a pain to get. I'm not gonna lie, this was a pain to get. So here we are. We are right here. Now, as you can tell, a lot of people are still doing the story, so we're gonna be in the sea. I heard Master Matoya has something of a recluse, but this seems extreme. Still, I'll happily overlook her sentries if she agrees to help us. Alright, so now that she is saying that, we are going into the cutscene and seeing what in the world she has to say. Now remember that she was only introduced back in Heavensward. We have not explored her all that much since then, so here we are.
Come to disturb my peace again, have you? I hide myself away in a cave, and still you people insist on pestering me with your problems.
Don't pester you that much.
Oh, I mistook you for young what's-his-name, but I see now you're the sister. Weren't you supposed to be the lively one? I've seen happier faces at a rain-sodden burial.
Oh my.
Well, I'm sorry to dash your expectations, but the situation isn't exactly conducive to gaiety.
Calm down. We all know.
Ah, that's more like it. Stoller used to spit and hiss like a wildcat too. Better for a young thing like you to be filled with fire and leave the doom and gloom to your elders.
Oh goodness.
Now, what exactly does this tragic situation of yours have to do with me?
If I may, Master Matoya, we have need of your crystal eye once more.
Yeah. So basically this is where she gets into the explanation of it all. We already don't, so they kind of don't rehash it. So, makes sense.
Stoller is one of the afflicted, is she? Very well. She may be an ungrateful stray, but she's my ungrateful stray, and I'll not see her buried before I am.
And she has a point because of Y'shtola was trained under her, and then, you know, now it's like this. So she kind of is understandable of what she is saying here. So we did this once with the crystal, and now it's up to the second time. And as she did say, Alphino did visit her. This time it's Alize, so...
Right.
Trial.
Let us see what we can see.
Please
I'll
show
begin from
me.
where our friends first fell, and cast my senses out from there.
Be careful, Kryl. Remember, you're still recovering from Stormblood. Well, more like the end of the original Stormblood, without the patches. Oh, it looks grave.
What is it? Did you find them?
I don't know. I don't know.
But this doesn't make sense. How is it even possible?
What is it?
How is what possible? Kryl, what did you see?
I'd like to know.
The threads, they just ended. And no, I didn't lose track of them. I followed them as far as they went. It's as if they were cut off.
Cut off.
Could their ether have dissipated if it had? Oh gods! Their bodies are just husks. It's like the broodmother's daughter all over again.
Broodmother's daughter.
No,
Don't remember
this is
that.
different. The Kalyana girl was already dead, body and soul, when Lakshmi effected her resurrection.
Oh, that makes sense.
Aye, let's not jump to conclusions. If their physical forms yet breathe and show no signs of wasting, then it follows that their souls must still be intact somewhere.
Yeah, but where?
Where?
That's the question, isn't it, girl? Death has not taken them to the ethereal sea, yet there are no tracks left for us to follow.
So it could be without? That makes no flipping sense.
We're no closer to an answer than when we started. But knowing their souls are still out there is progress of a sort. We just have to keep looking.
Yes, we do.
Pray, excuse me a moment. Yes? I remember, but... What, to Alamigo? We're on our way.
Oh, that sounds
That was
interesting.
Lise. Apparently, a group of Populares have defected to Alamigo, and Maxima, the envoy Alphino left with, is one of them.
What? Oh,
I'm sorry.
crap.
I realize we've barely begun here, but...
Go, child, go! You've made up your mind, and life's too short for dithering.
She has a point there.
I'll
Did
do
we
some digging
finally...
in the meantime and see if there isn't some other method we could use to continue the search.
I'm wondering if we can finally get closure about
That's it.
Alphino. I'm wondering if we finally get that closure of where the heck is he? Huh?
Oh, not again. The enchantment barely seems to take these days. I chalk it up to old age, but I rather doubt it's that simple.
That's a grave sign.
Before they took ill, Y'shtola and Urianger were sharing notes on a thinning of the ether. It seems to be happening all over.
Does it now? And here I was, all set to blame my woes on that creaking mountain of refuse, clogging up the Eliac.
Huh?
I fear something has gone awry. Still, there's naught to be gained from starting at shadows. You can only do what can be done, and that but one thing at a time.
She's right on that one. Alright, so basically now we have to, of course, go to Alamigo and see what the heck is going on. So that was the woman who tamed Y'shtola. I had the distinct feeling of being grabbed by the scruff of the neck and having the nonsense shaken out of me. When Alphino is back, I'd like to visit again and ask her what tales she has of grandfather. Ah, that makes sense, because if you remember, Alize is grandfather was, of course, in the later, only in 1.0. We never got closure until 2.0 with the binding coils. So let's see where we go from here. The news of Alamico. Oh crap. I almost can't bear to hear what Maxima has to tell us, but it can't be bad news, can it? Lise would have said, unless there's no point in speculating. Lise said she notified the guards of our coming, so we should head straight to the palace gate in the Alamigan quarter. I'll be praying for good news. Learn what you can about Alphino's plight, and leave the search of our friends' lost souls to me. Okay, so basically Kyle is not going to be in Eureka. Maybe, no, she probably will. It's just she's right now not concerned about Eureka. She will be concerned about this. So we are now going to be heading to Alamigo, and I will meet you all there. Welcome to the Alamigan Quarter, everybody, and I wanted to show off one other thing that they added in 4.5. All the ponies that you got in Realm Reborn can now fly. This is the unicorn that you got after completing the Conjurer quest? Yeah, after completing all 30 of the Conjuring quests, well, getting your Conjurer up to level 30, and this is a very neat addition. So now we are on our way to the palace. Greetings, Scions. The commander told me to expect you. Shall I show you in? Yes, please. I'd like to go in the royal palace. I would like to see what happens. Oh my, this is looking grave. Oh, this is not good. Now, at the end of Stormblood, as you all would know, Rabon decided not to go back to
I'm sorry to drag
Uba.
you halfway across the realm, but when Maxima mentioned Alphino, I thought you'd want to hear the news in person.
Thank you, Lise, although your face looks a little sunken. What happened to your face?
Ah, we meet again. Though I was hoping our reunion would be under more auspicious circumstances.
Please,
What
please tell
happened to
me.
my brother? Where is Alphino?
That's what we
Not
don't
a
like to
fear,
know.
my lady. Your brother was in fine health when I took my leave of him, and I have no reason to assume that has changed.
So then why
You
leave?
assume?
If you will allow me, I shall endeavor to explain events. Our troubles began not long after we departed Doma. While crossing the burn, we were fired upon by the Emperor's personal guard and forced to make an emergency landing.
Now this was explained in 4.3, we saw it, but this is more of an explanation to the NPCs.
As we stumbled from the wreckage, our attackers fell upon us again, and we would have perished there and then were it not for the intercession of a third party, a band of mercenaries whose leader claimed to pursue a vendetta against the Ascians.
That's interesting.
This shadow hunter, as he styled himself, then escorted us out of the wastes to relative safety. Upon arriving back in civilization, I gathered my Populares colleagues and prepared to flee the Empire. Master Alphino, however, declined the invitation to join us, preferring to continue his investigation into the Ascian threat.
Of course he would.
Well, at least he's not lying in a heap in the burn. Tell us more about these Ascian hunters. Who are they? And is Alphino still with them?
He is. As to who they are, I'm afraid I have nothing to tell you. Beyond the fact that they root out and destroy Ascians, they were unwilling to divulge anything which might serve to identify them. They would not even reveal their next destination. But Master Alphino asked to accompany them all the same.
That's not
Since
good.
parting company with your brother, we've been engaged in a game of cat and mouse with the Emperor's Guard. We made our way through province after province, finding the army busy restoring order wherever we went, until we finally arrived here in Alamigo. I can't thank Commander Aldin enough for giving us such an unexpectedly warm welcome.
Well, it's an understanding because you were against the Empire at this point, and of course, Ravon is now commander of Alamigo, if you were not aware. I think it was made in 4.1. He did leave the Emperor's side for this.
No matter which land they call home. And if they can tell me how things lie in Garlemald, all the better.
And he's got a point
On
there.
that subject, there is much I would tell you. During the course of our journey, we heard tales that an entire rebel army had been slaughtered in the space of a single night. It would seem my former comrades grew tired of putting down uprisings in the conventional manner, and chose instead to bring a formidable new weapon to bear. Details were sparse, but the rumor alone was enough to dampen the flames of rebellion.
Oh, that's not good.
I have also heard reports that several companies have withdrawn from their designated provinces and begun marching westward. It is my assessment that the Empire's forces are mobilizing for a large-scale military engagement.
Ooh, that's not
Westward?
good.
You mean they're getting ready to invade Alamigo?
We knew this was coming, but not that it would be so soon.
Oh, that's not
We've
good.
barely even begun to shore up our defenses. They won't stop an invading army.
No, they won't. Dispatch messengers to the Alliance leadership requesting reinforcements, and send word to our officers in the field to hasten completion of those border fortifications. Prepare to meet the Imperials head on!
He's got a point, because he's been
No
working
matter
with the
how
army
quickly
closely.
we act, we still want for time. When the enemy comes into view, our best recourse will be to open negotiations with their commander, and see that the ensuing proceedings take as long as possible.
Would you and Alize head to Doma and let Lord Hier know about this? I'm sure he'll want to hear about Alphino too.
Yeah.
Consider it done. We'll send word when...
Oh crap, not again.
Untold sorrow must be changed.
What the flip?
And looms a calamity. Beyond become instant. Throw wide the gates.
Oh, this is not good. Ah, that hurts. I have a headache now.
You heard it too. Well, at least we're both still standing.
No kidding.
Oh, thank the gods. I thought we'd lost you for a moment there. Why does this keep happening?
I wish I knew. Nothing we've tried has brought us any closer to an answer. We'll keep working on it. But first, we need to go and see Lord Hier.
Alright, so we still have the mysterious voice looming in our heads, and on top of that, we've got Alphino still missing. Great! Please don't have him die. I don't want to repeat a Heaven's Ward, dang it. I'm still crying over Horshaphant. I'm actually glad Leaf's tasked us with visiting Lord Hien. Better to be dashing from place to place than sitting around stewing over things we can't change. To the Enclave! That's something. Ah, somebody already has the newest. Ah, not nice. I want that mount. Wonder how much it is at the gold saucer. Alright, I will meet you all in Doma. Alright, so this is Doman Enclave. Now, if you did do this throughout the patches, you would know that you restored all of the Enclave with all your donations, which you get gil for. So, this is awesome. Alright, so I see you have tidings for Lord Hien. May I show you in? Yes, please. Now that we've got Doman people already situated, this is where Alamigo comes into play. I hope a little longer than what it was in the previous patches. Now this is, of course, without one person by his side, and I can't remember his name because it's been a while. But he leaves throughout, I think, 4.2. He leaves his side for good. So here we are. Greetings, my friends. I was just discussing future endeavors with the members of our newly formed alliance. Ah! Wow. The Kojin and the Confederacy you already know, and it was your own strength of arms that won us the cooperation of the Steep Tribes. Nice. We have also been joined by our neighbors from Naxia and the indomitable citizens of Dalmasca. Though the scattered nature of its latter resistance will somewhat delay their official induction. That kind of makes sense. These proud people have united under a single purpose, to stand against the tyranny of the Garlean Empire. Hien, nice. I am glad to see your alliance is coming together so swiftly. As things stand, I fear we shall soon have need of your strength. This is a grave. And then we explain everything. Let's see what he says. I thank you for bringing me news of Alphino. His fate is never far from my thoughts, and not only because he is our emissary. As for this sudden development of Imperial forces, I agree that Alamigo would be wise to shore up its borders with all haste. Every report we received from our shinobi indicates a massing of troops in the western provinces. It seems all but certain that the Empire is posing to bring its fist down upon Eorzea. And I would help deflect that blow, but I cannot risk sending reinforcements just yet. We will remain vulnerable to airborne assault until our wall in the burn is in place. The all-important Allegan energy barrier. The energy barrier, yes. I thought to call it something more auspicious. A name drawn from the four lords of legend, perhaps Sirius Aegis, or some such. Well, just a thought. The Ironworks engineers report that they have finished calibrating the generators and are ready to proceed to the testing stage. That's good. Have you time to attend the first test? You've seen the field which protected Aziz's law firsthand, and I thought, and I would be interested to hear how you think ours compares. That actually makes sense considering we were in Aziz's law and Heaven's Ward were, well, at the end of it. I will come too, if you don't mind. Though I am no Y'shtola, I may be able to offer some insight. Of course, time being of the essence, it would be best if we made direct for the burn. Yugiri, I will leave you in Hakuro to bring the War Council to a close. Understood. Your mounts are saddled and readied, my lord. Wear the storms. Okay, so let's take... I'm gonna take this, only because I know for a fact I'm gonna be needing it. It gives stat buffs, and I'm happy about that. Alright, let's talk to Hien here. Hien is eager. We will cross the burn by Yule and Falcon. As before, join me at the overlook near the House of the Fierce. Alright. As we are heading there ourselves, I will meet you all at the House of the Fierce. Alright, as we are dangling with this claw here, whoever thought this was a good mount, don't ask me. Alrighty, so we are heading into what Ian is saying. Give the word when you're ready to take wing. Let's head to the burn, finally. The last time we were in the burn, I think, was the dungeon in 4.4. I think that was the only time. Only searching for Alphino. Now we are in the burn, not in the dungeon. And let's see where it goes from there. Now look at that sand. Why is it not yellow? Why is it white? I will never know. Okay, so here we are. Let's see what they're doing.
It seems the engineers have matters well in hand.
They do.
Should the barrier work as we intend, Doma will be free to reinforce her allies in Alamigo without fear of weakening her own borders.
I hope so.
Honored friends, the time has come to put your hard work to the test. Start the generator.
I like that. He calls them friends and like, you know, people. I like that. Whoa! Neat. Pretty. Pretty. Whoa!
Node 1 is operational. Nodes 2 to 8 are reporting similar energy levels. The barrier is forming.
Nice. Whoa!
1,000 yards. 2,000. 3,000. Expansion remains smooth. No fluctuations detected.
Luckily this is just a test though, but dang.
Target altitude reached. The barrier is holding steady at 5,000 yards. We've done it.
Nice. That's awesome. That's a good sign. For Doma at least.
Is that an Imperial airship? Of all the rotten timing.
But this is a gift, Mistress Alize. They can test our new wall for us.
Ooh.
Seems solid enough, though I was hoping for a fireball.
Oh, I love that. Love that. Okay, who's about to come out? Oh. Oh no. Oh no. No.
By the gods. It's Alphino.
Oh no.
What are you? Let me go! He has my brother!
Lower the barrier.
He doesn't want her getting hurt, basically. That. Okay, so we do know that Alphino was attacked, but I think it might have been the same thing as with Y'shtola, Thancred, and Orionji. No, that's my thing. I'm just thankful he's not taken by the Garleans.
Be at ease, girl. The lad is not dead, merely locked in slumber.
No, not him too.
That's my thinking. I'm wanting to cry, dang it. Why, man? Why? But thankfully, he's not dead. Ugh. It must have happened to him the same way it happened to all the Scions.
We could identify no cause and found no remedy. Thus I sought to return him to Doma, and into the arms of Lord Hien himself, it would seem. It is a day for fated reunions. Would you not agree, adventurer? Or should I address you as the Warrior of Light?
Oh, no. Wait. Oh. Galus von the Black Wolf.
Aye. Gaius van Baelsar, the Black Wolf. That was the title I was given. One I have long since relinquished.
Wait, what? That's Gaius? The flip? I thought he died.
Stand down. The legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion died in Castrum Meridianum. I am no more than Gaius Balesar, a man without rank or allegiance.
So, wait, whoa! I thought he died in the ultimate weapon.
Impossible. There's no way you could have survived.
That's my thing. That's what I'm
Do you
saying.
remember how it unfolded?
Oh, how can I forget? How can I? How am I under attack? What? Alright, so I'm now back at this point. I will be doing the another one, Gaius Van Balzar.
I, Gaius Van Balesar, the Black Wolf. That was the title I was given. One I have long since relinquished.
Basically, it's still the same. It doesn't make
Legatus
sense.
of the 14th Imperial Legion died in Castrum Meridianum. I am no more than Gaius Balesar, a man without rank or allegiance.
Impossible. There's no way you could have survived.
Again, it's like
Do you
that.
remember how it unfolded?
Alright, now we're at this point. There we
How
go.
I was deceived by La Habrea? How I was convinced that reviving the Ultima weapon would allow me to bring peace to Eorzea?
Yes, I do remember that. We all
Yes,
remember
he
that.
used me. Yes, he used so many others. All to further the restoration of his wretched god.
Yes, we all remember that.
Yet
Now,
even with the might of Alec at my command, you bested me. And as the Praetorium went up in flames, I was content to burn along with it. For a moment, at least.
for a
moment
moment.
of folly. To surrender my life thus would have been to betray all who died for my cause. It was for them that I dragged myself free of the rubble, and swore vengeance on the Ascians.
Ah, that actually makes sense. And there
the Black
was his
Wolf has shed
bosom.
his pelt, never to return to Garlemald or her legions. I live now only to exact revenge.
So basically, instead of going back to the Empire as a broken man, he decided, hey, screw it, take the mask off. I am no more with you. I'm gonna just live in the wastelands. That's surprising.
My principal quarry was to be La Habrea, whom I gather you have since ushered into oblivion.
Oh, yes, we did. Back in Heavensward,
But so
when
many
he
will
was
remain.
turned into a primal.
Long as their kind lurked in the shadows, laboring to sow chaos throughout our world, I would see each and every one dragged into the light and put to the sword.
I
Are
do
the
not blame you.
Scions not of like mind?
We are.
In this single respect, perhaps.
Then I shall continue the partnership the boy began, and share what intelligence I have acquired.
Good.
Among the Ascians, the black-masked ilk are subordinate to those who wear red. This you already know.
Well, yes.
Yet among the red there exists a hierarchy. Those set adrift with the shards clearly stand below those still joined to the
To the source.
Nabriales, who once dared to intrude upon the rising stones, belonged to the former group.
If you hear rain, I
Was indeed a
apologize.
dangerous foe. His powers were inconsequential next to the paragons of the
Oh.
source.
Dang, it's hail. Sorry.
The first was La Habrea, who plagues us no more. There is also the white-robed Elidibus, and the elusive Emmet Selk, about whom little is known.
Okay, I do remember Libidibus. I think he's the one who is now
We have
looking
files
like
on La
someone,
Habrea
you know?
and Elidibus, but I believe this Emmet Selk is new to us.
Yes, he is.
As I assume my brother told you, we have evidence to suggest that an Ascian now walks in the body of the Crown Prince. Have you identified this interloper?
Elidibus seems the most likely culprit. As emissary, it is his role to maintain the equilibrium between darkness and light. Your
Ooh.
many deeds in Heidelind's name have upset the balance. And I believe he seeks to restore it by throwing his considerable power behind the Empire. As a leader of the Ascians, he is one of our primary targets. It was on the trail of this very prey that the boy and I came across the scene of a failed uprising. In the absence of a single Garlean casualty, we inspected the bodies of the rebels, and the lack of any external injury drew my immediate attention.
Oh my.
They had been slain by Black Rose, an alchemical invention of the Imperial Army. When I yet served as legatus, I ordered its production halted, and all stockpiles destroyed. Toxic gas is not a tool of conquest, but of extermination.
Ah, he
Toxic
never stopped for
gas.
that.
This must be the new weapon Maxima warned us about. Something deadly enough to sweep away all resistance in a matter of hours. Gods. You don't think they're planning to use this in Alamigo, do you?
Put your fears to rest. We infiltrated the production facility and destroyed all existing stores of the chemical along with the plant itself. Even should they rebuild the operation, they will not soon manufacture another batch.
Oh, thank goodness.
Regardless, I would draw your attention to a directive we discovered in the plant's records. The document was marked with a recent date and authorized with the signature of one Zeno Galvus.
Oh no.
A dead man signing the death warrant for thousands. 'Tis bad comedy.
Agreed.
But the tale does not end there. Within that same facility was a chamber filled with devices of elegant design. Cloning technology, we realized.
Oh no.
And what should we find in each and every incubator? But a young Emperor Solus.
Emperor Solus. Emperor Solus.
All of which prompts the question, were the Ascians responsible for these abominations? Or was it the will of the Emperor?
Oh
I
my.
must know which hand guides the Empire. Though I have given up my rank, I am yet a son of Garlemald, and I will fight for the future of my homeland.
I agree with you 100%.
It is time I return to the hunting of shadows. We should focus on our common foe. To reopen old quarrels now would serve no purpose.
He actually has a point there.
You saved my brother's life, so I'm willing to let sleeping dogs lie. But in truth, it's not my decision to make.
She actually has a point. What will my choice be? You're right, there are more important matters at hand. We'll settle this another time. To be honest, because
There was a time when I scorned those who placed their faith in false gods. Even as I, in my blinkered conviction, placed mine in Ascian promises.
he's right about
Unlike
that.
yours, my strength of will and my restraint was found wanting. We shall meet again, warrior of light.
I wonder though. Thankfully, we do know Alphino is safe, but unfortunately, he's under the same thing as, of course, Y'shtola.
So that
Oh,
was the infamous Black
oh
Wolf.
my gosh.
An unexpected ally, to say the least.
Yes, very unexpected ally.
Well, I am content to leave the fine-tuning of the barrier to cleverer minds. Let us bid our friends from the Ironworks farewell, and see what can be done for Alphino back in Dorma.
Yes, yes. As you look on, wondering. Alright, we are back in Doma. So now we do know that Alphino is safe and with us now. Alphino is safely ensconced in a private chamber. My finest healer is examining him as we speak. Oh boy. I've spoken with the physician, and there are no outward signs of illness. Alphino is lost in a sleep from which he cannot be awoken, just like the others. It seems that even the lands of the Empire were not far enough away to escape that cursed voice. I share your frustration, Alize. I do, but Alphino is returned to us alive and otherwise unharmed. All that remains is to find the means to wake him. Until then, you can but fulfill your duties as a scion, yours and your brother's both. You're right, of course. There are arrangements to be made, and little time to make them. To business then, my lord. Now that we know Siryu's wall works as intended, can we expect reinforcements for Alamigo? You most certainly can, as promised. We will send troops to bolster our allies in Eorzea without delay. Pray be aware, however, that they will not arrive without delay. Save for some few who boast teleportation magics, the bulk of our force must be transported by sea by a lengthy voyage for which smaller vessels favored by the Confederacy are ill-equipped. Accordingly, I mean to enlist the assistance of the Eastern Alderney Trading Company to find suitable ships. As we're navigating the distances in question, we are in the happy position of being able to call upon those who plotted the course of my people's exodus to Eorzea. Beyond the procurement of ships, I think it's unlikely that our Eastern Aldern friends will consort any involvement in military operations, but I am certain they will afford Alphino a berth aboard one of their vessels. I shall have a Churgian accompanying him every ilm of the way to the Rising Stones. There! I cannot speak! You have my thanks, Lord Ian. Yugiri, I will go ahead with our friends to Alamigo, enlist all those capable of teleportation to put them at the disposal of the Eorzean Alliance as soon as possible. They will form the vanguard. Yes, my lord. This is exactly what we'd hoped for. Lys and the Alliance leaders will be glad indeed to welcome the combined strength of the East. Thankfully, Doma's barrier does work, thanks to Aziz's law. Now, oh now, what will we do? Meanwhile, at the Black Rose chemical plant. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wait, he's still alive?
Our supplies of Black Rose have been ruined, but the new plant is already under construction. We should have the first batch ready in time for the offensive, Your Radiance.
Oh no.
See that you do.
This is not good. This is not good.
Ah, yes, the infamous Black Rose. If I recall correctly, Gaius did not much care for the invention.
Yes. He did not. Because he did not want to kill Eorzea.
A ruthless and indiscriminate weapon indeed, this airborne poison. It seems you are capable of making decisions worthy of your bloodline.
Why don't you can it?
With no gift for sorcery, we Garleans must look to Magitech to even the odds. If it spares the needless deaths of our soldiers and serves the cause of this empire, there is no method I would not employ.
Oh, so he can finally talk.
How very noble of you.
Truly, though, I must commend you for embracing your role as Emperor. You play the part of the determined ruler well. Sometimes even I catch myself believing.
He's about ready to smite him.
A silent agent of death. Now that I think on it, Black Rose may well possess the perfect aspect. Slowly but surely, the deluge of light has worked upon the ether here in the source, and the gas should be most susceptible to its influence.
What on earth
Well,
are you talking
I shall
about?
leave you to your own devices. Go forth and bloody the land with your grand and glorious war.
No. Is he skipping or something?
What, precisely?
Ooh.
Need you ask? I will be doing what all Asians do.
Go in the shadows.
I am well aware that your kind exists only to usher in the next calamity. But you seem oblivious to the harm your singular agenda causes to the Empire. You cannot have forgotten the events which followed your mortal demise.
Ooh.
Our homeland was plunged into a civil war for your failure to name a successor. The edifice you so carefully constructed was but a hair's breadth from collapse.
He's right about that. Dang.
Are you truly so naive? You thought me oblivious to the consequences of a departure so painstakingly timed?
It was by design?
Well, of course it was. Though I will admit the resulting panic exceeded even my wildest expectations. But how can you be surprised? Throwing the world into disarray was the very purpose for which this nation was, as you say, so carefully constructed.
Well, flip.
Now, if you have no further questions, I must be on my way. Since we may not meet again in this lifetime, it would be remiss of me not to offer a word or two of gratitude.
For what?
I really must thank you for this surplus of vessels. I can mold any host into my own image, but having bodies tailor-made for me in this fashion is so much less tiresome.
What?
You dabbled in elegant cloning techniques, yes? It certainly is a compelling, not to mention entertaining, field of research.
Oh.
And of all the options available, you chose the founding father on whom to experiment. You have a twisted streak to you, Varus. Like grandsire, like grandson, eh?
Can you just shut up so I can just bash your head?
Let's play out as planned. This will become something of a family enterprise. You will be the capstone of this world. I, anchor and shard, and together we will give the lie to this star's fraudulent existence.
What the heck? Oh, no, no. What in the world is this ASEAN planning? Oh, this is not fun. This is not fun. This is not fun. This is not fun! Alright, Ian stands ready to depart for El Amigo. Here we go. We must leave now to convene with Eorzea leaders, and it may be some time before I return to Doma. Arturo, I leave you in command. I shall assemble an advance party with all haste and join you in El Amigo forthwith. Alright, let's go. I've just received word from Lys. The Alliance has established a base camp near El Amigo's northern leader border. Once we've arrived in the locks, we're to report to a resistance officer standing in Porta Praetoria, who will point us in the right direction. Let's not keep them waiting. Alright, so we are heading to the locks. Joyful, joyful, joyful! Thanks a lot! This is just... where's the story going? Please! At least give us some things about the... Alright, we will meet you all in the locks. Alright, here we are in Pretoria here, and we're going to talk to the resistance fighter. As you must be the Cyan party I was told to look out for. If you follow me, I'll take you directly to the Alliance headquarters. Please and thank you! Please and thank you! Alright. Let's see what in the world we're doing. Whoa. They are preparing. They are preparing. Goodness. Whoa. All the flags. All the flags. Goodness. There's Lise, there's Ramon. I don't see Emmerich. I don't see Connie Senna. I don't see the Admiral. I don't see the Empress.
Welcome back, you two. Greetings, Lord here. Glad you could join us.
Glad to be here. I would have come sooner, where our own defense is not in question, but I am pleased to report that our soldiers are assembling for deployment to Alamigo as we speak.
Thank goodness.
We're grateful for your support. Thanks to the efforts of our allies, it won't be long before we've established defensive positions on this front as well.
Good.
We have some good news too. Alphino has come back to us. As for the bad news,
Yeah, basically, Alphino is in the same state as everybody else. Don't make me cry again, darn it!
So, Alphino won't wake up. Gaius van Baelsar is alive and hunting Asians, and the Empire is planning to poison us all with toxic gas. Does that sound about right? Ordinarily, any one of those things would have left me in shock. But the way things have been lately, it's all starting to seem pretty normal.
Unfortunately, that's the sign
Getting
of
back to
it.
your report, are we sure this Black Rose is the weapon Maxima was talking about?
Yes.
It fits the description. And it seems we have Alphino to thank for sparing us an early demonstration of its effectiveness. I have a feeling this won't be the last time his bravery in the Empire will serve us here in Eorzea.
Maybe.
The threat of an unknown weapon has had us all on edge. But now that we know what we're dealing with, we can take steps to defend against it.
No kidding.
As for Gaius, I'm not sure what to think. Am I happy he's alive? Not in the slightest. Am I happy he's hunting Asians? Aye, I'd have to say I am.
I mean, true.
Oh, speaking of Garleans you didn't expect to see, we have a tale of our own, as it happens. When we sent envoys to the Imperial Army to request talks, they returned with the message that Varys Zos Galvus would be attending.
Why?
The Emperor himself. Well, Varys did sanction the Popularis peace mission. But knowing that an Asian walks in his son's skin, I do not see how we can trust him or anyone from that nest of vipers.
Actually, he has a point.
The Alliance would proceed with negotiations regardless, if only to give ourselves more time to prepare. We do, however, require your cooperation.
Right. Yes. So, as a condition for the talks to go forward, the Empire has requested that a member of the Scions be present. There'll be a representative from each Alliance nation, of course, but I'm afraid we have to ask that you come along too.
Oh, great! Thanks! Put Alizé in more danger than we already have.
Please, you know how much I hate politics. But then, what choice do I have? Alphino and the others aren't going to do it.
I'll be with you! I'll be with you!
Very well. I shall attend as the Scion's representative.
Well, she's the only one kind of available. That's gotta suck.
In case you're wondering why I didn't ask you, the Empire also requested the presence of Eorzea's champion.
Oh, fun. I'll be there. I'm not fond of politics, but screw
That's
it.
settled then. We don't know what Varys means to bring to the table, or why he wants you there, but having you close at hand will make all the difference.
Oh, joy. Oh, joy.
The meeting will take place on the border. Anticipating an early assault, we mean to position the bulk of our forces nearby.
Yes. Yes, we all do.
The Alliance leaders should already be on their way. Once you're ready, we can head out and join them.
Alright, so basically we are... why are we getting forced in these things? Eorzea's champion, we were kind of forced into it. Well, I don't suppose it's polite to keep an emperor waiting too long, shall we? Better late than never. Better late than never. This is where I'm thinking we're all gonna just die, right? I don't know. Hey, look, there's Emmerich. He's barely been in this story. He was one of my favorite characters, too. There's the Empress of old, Nanamo. Goodness. There he is. The Emperor himself. You look like you're about to pass out.
Esteemed representatives of the Eorzean Alliance. On behalf of the Gallian Empire, I thank you for inviting me here today. As this parley was convened at your request, I invite you to speak first.
Very well, Your Radiance. I, Nanimo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, should be pleased to oblige you.
Nanamo, you are so young, but
As
dang.
recent events in Alamigo and Doma have made plain, the subjugation and exploitation of neighboring nations is not a sustainable policy.
No, it's not.
Should this day end in war, you may very well defeat us. But you will never extinguish the people's desire for freedom. Though it may not be in our lifetime, there will be another revolution, another war, and the cycle will continue.
She has a point.
Doma has entered into a concord with the nations of Eorzea, a partnership wherein we recognize one another as equals. Garlemald could be afforded similar treatment. You need only set aside your ambitions and join us in paving a path towards peace.
You will not win me over with sophistry, Your Grace. As you know only too well, this alliance lacks the strength to keep the peace within its own borders. Even now, your struggles with the Beastmen continue unabated.
And whose fault do you think that is?
Divided, you sow this fertile soil with the seeds of your differences and reap naught but discord and chaos for your trouble. Eorzea must be united under one leader, one purpose. I would offer you both and bring an end to your strife.
With all due respect, Your Radiance, the only thing that you offered the people of Alamigo was fear and hopelessness.
The citizens of Doma can also attest to the meager arms of Imperial rule. There is no purpose to be found in a life of oppression, each day more uncertain than the last.
Our people are willing to die for their freedom. A great many already have, and countless more will, if we don't put an end to this madness here and now.
He's probably looking all over and it's like, what in the world?
We brought order and stability to your lives. This madness and bloodshed is of your own making. You broke the peace, not Garlemald.
Oh, bullcrap.
Peace. Order. You kill our peoples, despoil our lands, take everything that is ours. And what? You expect us to lick the boot that grinds our faces into the dirt?
I expect you to weigh the costs. To recognize that countless lives have been lost on both sides in pursuit of a greater good, and to not squander all we have achieved in a fit of petulance.
Or the fact that you're a complete idiot, you're under an Ascian rule, and you are completely moronic. I don't flipping know at this point.
Your Radiance. I fear I can personally attest to the dangers of pursuing one's vision with such righteous fervor.
Oh, thank you, Emmerich.
for 1,000 years, the Holy See of Ishgard waged war with dragons. 1,000 years of sacrifice, of sorrow and hate, in which we bathed in the blood of friend and foe alike. Had it gone on any longer, we may well have drowned. Yet we have chosen to raise ourselves out of this bloody spiral, and have since made peace with our former enemy.
So I understand. No doubt the dragons were more receptive to your overtures in the wake of their leader's demise.
Because the leader was stupid.
You speak of peace, yet use war to achieve it. Your father would not have bothered to obscure his intent with honeyed words. He understood that strength is all that matters in the end.
No, because the father was stupid in the fact that the Ishgardians were the ones who started the war because they wanted the power of the dragon. Ugh, you understand? Heavensward. Gosh darn it. This guy will not budge, basically. It's what I'm hearing. This guy will not budge.
Without his clarity of vision, I can but wonder what will become of Ishgard and her people.
Can I punch this guy in the face? Can I really?
There was a time when Garlemald too lacked a leader of conviction. Weak and unable to wield magic, we were at the mercy of the strong from whom we sought refuge in the bitter cold of the north. Were it not for the discovery of ceruleum and the subsequent development of magitech, we might never have gained the power to take back that which was rightfully ours.
You speak as if your people were the first to have been driven from their homes. Limsa Lominsa was built by wayward souls in search of a place to call their own. On the shores of Vilbrand we found it, and from those humble beginnings did we grow and flourish. And all without robbing our neighbors of their liberty.
She has a point.
So saith the pirate. Am I to believe that you simply asked the kobolds to yield up their lands and that they were happy to oblige you? That you did not drive them out like rats in the hold of one of the many ships seized by your privateer? I will concede that after centuries of exile, reclamation may be mistaken for invasion. Nevertheless, it is not. And those who till stolen soil have no right to object when cast out in turn.
Your uncompromising nature rivals that of the Ixal. They too lament circumstances which they themselves perpetuate. Were they but to embrace peace, we would welcome them with open arms. Indeed, some few have done just that, and now receive of the Twelve's Wood's bounty. Would that your people might learn from their example.
You dare compare us to the Birdmen? You who thought to invoke the 12 and threaten all of creation?
I came here in the hope of finding some speck of common ground, but I see now these discussions will accomplish nothing. Despite what you people may believe, I am not wont to choose the sword over the olive branch. 'Tis but a pity men are loath to accept one without first being shown the other.
I don't understand a word you're saying, because you're an idiot.
Wait! I beg you. This meeting was supposed to be a chance to find a way forward together, not to bemoan the missteps which brought us here. Please. If you truly consider violence a last resort, there must be a way we can come to an agreement.
I kind of agree with her.
As Mistress Alisaie says, We did not come here to bicker over the past, but to discuss how we might strive towards a brighter future. Emperor Varus, may I suggest a short recess, that all present might compose themselves prior to beginning anew?
Very well. I pray this intermission will suffice to move these talks in a more constructive direction.
And one where he is favored. That's what I gotta say about that. All I'll have to say is, let's see what Emmerich has to say. Whatever rebuttal I had in mind was lost when Varus mentioned my father. The man is certainly skilled at keeping his opponents off balance. For a moment I feared our talks would descend into violence there and then. Alize speaks of her dislike for politics, but her honest plea may very well have prevented an early battle. Why do I get the feeling the Emperor is hiding something? Varus holds fast to his ideals, just as I knew he would. He will not be swayed from his path. I'm not exiting. Not a mo. For years I have warned with the Empire, and with no end in sight, a parley such as this represents a unique opportunity, and I would not squander it with bitter words. 'Tis true that Limsa's beginnings were not wholly honorable, but our old wrongs do not make the Empire's deeds right. I do much wonder at Emperor Val's decision at attending these negotiations. It is plain he has no intentions of hearkening to our entreaties. But what then is his goal? That's my question. Phew, this is really not my forte. After his Radiant's little performance, it was all I could do not to swear at him. I don't know how I ended up playing the mediator. I just asked myself what Elfino would have done. I tried my best to do the same, and by some miracle it worked. But there really is no common ground to be found with that man, nor do I think he looked for any. So the question becomes, what did he come here to do? Because you may be certain it wasn't to make peace. Whatever it is, I can't make it out. Not yet, at least. We do have little time before the parley is due to reconvene. Though, so why not try consulting our illustrious leaders? Maybe they have some insight to share. This parley was never to be peace, but I had hoped to learn something of Emperor Val's relationship with the Asians. As had we all, yet if he is in league with them, he is not like to volunteer the fact, and if he is not, how much weaker would his position seem for their presence if we are not to broach that particular subject? We will need to be subtle. Would that I knew more of the man, if you would indulge me. Lord Hien, you received an imperial education, did you not? Is it true the Emperor's will is considerably absolute? There is no higher authority in all of Golemald, nor else in the heavens. Come to that. Veneration of the gods is forbidden, the only worship permitted being that of his Radiance's own person. This is suspicious like a religion in itself. I share your disdain for their hypocrisy, even as they denigrate the idea of faith. They revere their leader with a fervor others reserve for the divine. It's the flaw common in too much of the doctrine they fed us. Logical on the surface, perhaps, but contradictory upon closer examination. I wonder if a discussion of the various discrepancies might prompt Various to reveal something. Okay, so basically that is kind of like a cult. 12 have mercy, but for Lady Alize's timely interjection, we might well have come to blows at a negotiation table. Not that Emperor Varus left us a great many options. Is unconditional surrender all he will accept, do you think? Ere he arrives, I'd have to say yes. I'd have said yes, but having heard him speak, I cannot help but think he came with some other end in mind. Exactly. He's building up to something. I know it. Then how should we approach the rest of the parley? Have you anything to say, Warrior of Light? Invite Varus to explain himself. Say nothing of Xenos or the Asians. As if we don't know. You believe he is more apt to reveal the truth if we put him at his ease. Yep, you're right. Thank you. Alright, will say one thing for this Varus. He is well versed in Eorzean history. His interest in our affairs is that of a beast in its prey. The conqueror would know his enemies. All should know their enemies. Yet there is much and more we do not know of the Empire. Then it's up to us to change that, here and now. Ha! You would have me ask the Emperor himself? Well, mayhap there is some wisdom in that. If we can skirt the storm of his displeasure, we may yet come to our answers, even if it does mean sailing close to the wind. You have spoken with everyone then? Good. Now all that remains is to await the pleasure of the Emperor and hope we fare better in the second attempt. I hope that too, because I hate this flippin' Emperor at this point.
Now then, who would have the floor?
Before we resume, I wish to offer you an apology. After you graciously accepted our invitation to discuss an armistice, we have done naught but rebuke you at every opportunity. I believe I speak for all of us when I say we are deeply sorry for our discourtesy.
Ooh.
I'll admit your familiarity with our affairs surprised me, and served to remind me how little I know of yours.
I think all here can understand the desire to reclaim one's homeland. But why expand further? That is my question.
If I may, the answer can be found in the Imperial doctrine they took great pains to impart to my people. Recognizing the threat icons posed to the world, Solus Zos Galvus decreed that they were to be eradicated. To this end, he began a campaign to unite all lands under the Garlean banner. Or so we were taught. Yet the Emperor only reached the burn, the Barrens said to have been laid waste by icons, after conquering all the lands that lay between. What is more, I am quite certain the practice of summoning was not nearly so widespread in the days before the Empire's founding.
Oh.
When you put it like that, it all starts to sound like an excuse, doesn't it? But to distract from what? Why are you really waging this war?
Ooh, that is interesting.
Finally, you ask the right question. I can but hope you heed mine answer and at last accept the righteousness of our cause. My goal is this: to return the world to the way it once was, the way it was always meant to be. In doing so, mankind will be made whole once more.
What?
No longer will we suffer from the dissension born of our differences. There will be but one race, a perfect race, as we were when time began.
What? That kind of... Oh, no.
What in Rulga's name are you talking about?
This sounds like World War II logic. Flip!
I am talking about the origins of the star, of the source and its 13 reflections.
Is he talking about... Oh.
At the instant of the great sundering, 'twas not only the world that was shattered, but mankind itself. Thus were we divided into myriad races, each with its own unique imperfections.
He sounds like a madman. Everybody run!
That is why man looks upon his neighbor and feels fear and hatred, why he wages war, why he kills his brother.
Oh. Nah.
You all in your own way have proven as much today. The peace you seek is but a fleeting solution to a fundamental problem. One which calls for more drastic measures.
Oh no.
About everlasting peace, our worlds must be rejoined.
Rejoined in what? Under something stupid? I don't flipping know.
That is the goal the Empire would see realized. The glorious future unto which we shall one day shepherd mankind.
Can I punch him in the face? Can I punch him in the face?
A rejoining of worlds. I have heard this tale of the source and its reflections before.
Oh.
Are these not the self-same desires as the Asians?
Oh.
Emperor Varys, do not trust in their words. They will lead you to your doom. My father thought to use them, but in the end he succumbed to their temptations. He embraced summoning like so many other pawns before him. Do not tell us you mean to do the same.
Ooh, he's right on that one.
To be a pawn, free from the burden of choice, would be a blessing.
Oh, I don't like this.
But I forswore that privilege the day I learned that the Gallian Empire was built by the hand of an Asian.
What?
Oh no.
Yes. My grandsire, the former emperor, is of their number. And who better to build an empire capable of bringing about the calamitous change we desire? Would you condemn me for this alliance? For bowing to the will of these shadowy masters, when the prize is true and lasting peace?
They're only trying to bring out Zodiac, you idiot! Your prize is a lie, your master's demons. I will stop you in the Asians no matter the cost. Ah, what do I choose? What do I choose? I'm gonna choose this one. Just for that.
I come not to conquer, but to liberate. To free man from the prison of divergence.
Divergence? What the fuck does that mean?
Imagine a world united. One perfect race beneath a single standard.
This philosophy, no, it doesn't work like that.
These servants of darkness and light would fly as leaves in a storm, never again to meddle in man's affairs. We would be the masters of our own fate.
He has lost it. He has lost it. He has lost it.
You join me, not as subjects of Garlemald, but of a new nation. And together we shall win freedom for ourselves and generations yet unborn.
I get the. I feel like I need to bash him.
You want to trigger another half-dozen calamities? You can't be serious!
Oh, he knows the
Have you
scene.
forgotten how many died? There will be no one left.
He's right, because of Shinryu.
Truly imagine we would aid you in your bloodletting?
It is unthinkable, unconscionable.
Oh, dang it, they're right.
And what is the alternative? To be as cattle waiting for slaughter? I would have us work together, that we might take fate into our own hands.
Into your hands, maybe.
Into your hands, perhaps.
Yeah! That's it, Alize. Oh, the Warriors of
But what of
Darkness.
the other worlds, your radiance? With every calamity, you obliterate a star and every soul that dwells on it.
Oh, dang, she's right.
To the Ascians, we are all but tiny, momentary specks within an indifferent universe. We cannot hope to oppose them until we have been made whole once more.
In your image. But that's not how the world works, dang it.
Are these truly the words of Garlemald's ruler?
Ooh.
The flaws and foibles which you so abhor are what make us who we are. Every nation, even yours, Emperor Varys, is made whole through the combination of these imperfections, the strengths of one compensating for the weaknesses of another.
Yes!
While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others, fostering community and cooperation. That the protector of an empire should not only reject these fundamental truths, but seek to change them at so dear a cost to life is indefensible. Such a man is not fit to govern.
Oh, snap! Oh, snap!
A new warrior of light. Would you refuse me as well?
I cannot condone such a loss of life. We can defeat the Ascent. I cannot condone a loss for life. Flip that. Flip. And we are all in agreement. Time to war.
It would seem the Alliance is of one mind on this matter.
As we stand tall against you, I'll flip.
You Eorzeans never cease to disappoint me. Though I suppose I have only myself to blame for expecting more from savages.
I'm burning
This
you in
discussion
fire.
is at an end. I bid you make ready for our next meeting. It will not be at the negotiating table.
We all are in one agreement. You're gonna die. I'm sorry. This is just, dang, man. Just, dang. Just, dang, man. I came back to find Doma's advance party ready and waiting for battle. As worrying as our little chat with the Emperor was, it did buy enough time for at least some of our allies to arrive. Oh my, having listened to Emperor Varys' medical plans, Lise is ready to go to war. We kinda need to. We kinda need to at this point. Let me. Let me.
I'm not sure what I was expecting from our meeting with the Emperor, but it wasn't that. Still, at least we know now what he's really after.
Yeah, definitely.
Aye, a future built on a mountain of bodies. I too want the Ascians dead, but not at any cost.
The last of the reinforcements from Doma arrived not long ago. I pray it will be enough. Given the Emperor's stated goal, this is a battle we can ill afford to lose.
Oh my.
If the Gallians come in force, we may not have much say in the matter, even with our combined strength.
We knew from the first that the odds would be against us. But if there is even the slightest chance of victory, we must do everything in our power to seize it.
We must seize it, full stop.
Yeah. Yeah, at least he's meant for battle. She's not meant for politics. But flip that table, dude.
Two of you are to join an irregular unit and support the main host. I won't bother asking if you're minded to fight.
After coming this far, how could I not? And for once, there's no one around to countermand me. Not that they would. Not even my brother. But we all know who really make the difference. Ready to frighten some Garleans?
Of course I'm ready.
I wouldn't want to be on their side.
Might I ask you to accompany the Dorman contingent? They are strangers here, and your presence would do much to raise their spirits.
That might work.
We would be honored.
When our people stride out with you in their midst, I dare say the Eorzeans will feel an ilm taller themselves. High spirits have a way of spreading.
Indeed.
What I wouldn't give to join you. But my duties as field commander will not allow it. I'll leave the front lines in your capable hands.
Gee, thanks.
Comrades, ready your arms. The hour of battle has come.
Yes.
May the crystal guide us to victory.
Gotta love the spirit. Everybody's running around like a maniac. Well, there's Pippin. Haven't seen him in a while.
Since the others couldn't be here, we'll have to fight twice as hard. If Alphino wakes to find the Imperials have won, I shall never hear the end of it.
That's agreed.
It's strange. I thought I would be terrified when the fighting started. I should be terrified. But with you at our side, I can't help feeling everything is going to be all right. So please, don't you dare leave me alone.
Yeah, she kind of needs to. She kind of needs it. I don't blame her for saying that because right now she does feel alone. Because her brother is asleep, everybody's asleep.
We have to survive together.
Well, there we go. Okay, now we are at the dungeon. I don't know if I'll be getting help first, but I will let you know once we get going into the dungeon. Alright, we finally have a queue, and I have enlisted a friend of mine from my FC to help me with this battle. Oh, this is going to be very interesting. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ah, this looks fun. I'm a black mage. This is gonna be interesting. Oh, wow. Dang, I am really happy I upgraded my computer when I did. Look at all that. Alrighty, so we do have some people here with us, so... Wow. Alright, so here we are. We're gonna have we're gonna have a lot of new people in this dungeon only because it is brand new. It just came out today, so I wouldn't mind it. So, let's do this. Let's do this, people. We're fighting. Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting.
Forward! Forward!
Okay. We hear you. Oh gosh, is this thing gonna be one of those? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Ah! Don't like that sometimes. I'm trying to cast a spell, dang it. Come on. Okay, I can understand AoE stuff. Let's put my ley lines down here. Alright, let's do this. Alright. Come on, come on. Yes! Yes! Alright, now to do my signature. Flare it up! Alright, so now we just gotta get the blizzard going. Whee! Alright, so this is a very interesting dungeon I have noticed. Like, there's so much carnage. There's so much carnage. I would have thought that, you know, it would have been less, but look at all this damage! It's already done with this battle. Goodness. It's almost like that time I saw when I first started 14 and I saw the ending of 1.0. Oh gosh, not standing in that. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Man, just look at this detail of battle. Dang. Keep to the north. We will head off their troops to the south. Okay. Ah! Not standing in the stupid. I was standing in the stupid. Alright. There we go. Alright. There we go. Oh, this is interesting. This is very interesting. My DPS is going to be shot at this point. Maybe not. Alright, there we go. Do that. Alrighty. There we go. My triple cast is almost done, though. Darn it. Well, what can I do? What can I do? Alrighty. Ah! My Nokian! No! Alright, come on. Whoop! Not standing in that stupid. Alright, so it looks like we know what we're going to do here. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness, this battle. Whee! Okay, that's interesting. Alright, there we go. Oh my, 35k foul. I will take that. I will take it. Alright. Go ahead and use transpose. Now, if you're wondering what my gear looks like, this is my gear at the moment. It's glamored all over because, yes, I love my glamour. Don't deny it. Don't deny its gorgeousness. Alright, so it looks like we're up against this big fella first. It looks like what we did back in Doma, I believe? No, I think Alamigo. The dungeon Alamigo. I don't remember. It's been a while. Alright. Oh! Okay, it looks like we're gonna be doing this. Challenge for back to my ley lines. Yeah! Ah, don't you just hate that you're being a black mage? You're trying to do your best. Oh. What are we, a piece of pie? Oh, come on, I was out of that. That was my stupidity. That was my stinking stupidity. I think this might rage so much. Okay. Alright, there we go. Awesome. Get out of the stupid. Okay, the way it looks like the way the arrows are going. Stay where I'm at for the moment. Oh gosh. Oh, Man Award. Man Award, you're awesome. Alright, there we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, that worked. I'm going into what I was doing before. Okay, stacking on more. Stacking on more. Okay. Get out of that. Oh man, this battle. Oh man. Alright, foul. Let's add some fire 1, add some fire 4. Yeah, okay, there we go. Ow! That hurt. That hurt. Alright, spread that. I'm going all the way in the corner. Stack on Morgan. This is a very movement-heavy battle. I'm not going to lie. Oh! You will not take this, Black Mage! Again! Ah! Come on, come on. You can do this. There we go. There we go. There we go. He's gonna die. He will die by my fire. Ow! Goodness. How? Okay, he's heading into that direction. Okay, once that is done... It's a very fun fight, but gosh darn it. Okay, he's heading in that direction. And he's dead. Along with our white mage. Oh gosh, the poor thing. Alliance Spring. Okay. Oh, this is 375 gear. Might not take that for, my sake. But I can understand why they have it at 375 due to the fact you need to be like 375, I think, to do the next few things. I'm not sure. Alright, so here we go, following the Dark Knight here. Oh, they kind of have the... Gola. What? Okay, I'm making sure that the Dark Knight establishes aggro before I hit the darn thing. Okay, so here we go. Oh. Okay, there we go, and... There we go. There we go, I at least got my Thunderclad out. Had to be a reason why you did that. Alrighty, here we go. Alright, there we go. Goodness. Alright, so here we go. Beating the crap out of these guys. These are a lot of mechs around here. Then again, what are we fighting? Oh, right. Okay. A 45k foul, I'm gonna take that. I'll take that with a bite of a steak, thank you. Goodness. Okay, so we have a belt of aiming and a... I'm not gonna take that.
I shan't hold back!
Oh. Oh my. This is interesting. This is interesting. Oh wow, this is interesting. This I like. Hello there, Lise. Hello there, Pippin. Hello. Why am I on Lise? I should be on a monster. Thank you. With less. Alright. Don't waste your mana there. Okay. There we go. Basically, we're helping our alliance friends through here. Okay. Oh, wow. That was a good crit right there. Alright. Alrighty. Alright, there we go. Keep moving, we will hold them. Okay, so we have hearing defending. I also got some steep milk. Where's everybody going? Oh, this way, this way. This way. Gotta go this way. Gotta go this way. Oh, what the heck is that? What the heck is that? Whoa, okay, getting out of that. Oh, crap. Gotta move here, gotta move. Now, I keep forgetting I have ethereal manipulation only because it's one of the skills I barely use. Sometimes. Oh, okay, he's diving. He's diving. What do we do? What do we do? Oh, wow, wow, that was my mistake. That was, ow. I guess you gotta look out and find him? Yeah, I can see that. Alright, there we go. Oh, wow. Save me! Ow. That kind of hurt. Gotta save my stacks here. Alright, there we go. Ah, you hurt. Thankfully, I'm like 384. Yeah, 384. Oh, this has gotta be fun. He's digging again. Where is he at? Where is he at? Okay, so he's over there. Oh! I was out of there! Oh, great. We lost our healer. Better do Living Dead! Wait, hold on. Can I use... Oh, I got rid of it. Darn it. If I could raise, I would! Oh, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Oh, gosh. Oh! Oh! That scared me. That scared me. Those actually look like pretty good monk one. I might get those. Eh. Oh, darn it. Oh well. I didn't get them.
You underestimate me.
Oh, there's Emmerich and Connie Senna. Nice. We got the Paladin and the White Mage, people. Oh. Alright, there we go. Ooh, alrighty. Alright, there we go. Alright. So now that we have our white mage back, please don't die again. Whoa, okay.
This knight does not yield!
We noticed! You seem troubled, friends.
Out of my way!
Not getting tired, are you? Ah! Thank you, Ian. Why am I on Connie Senna? Gosh darn it, I want the... Thank you. Thank you. Whoa, okay, we got a Colossus here. Ooh, thank you for that. Oh, get away from me! Get away! Hey, look! People who know what to do! Okay, come on. Oh, music's changing. Oh, no. Oh my. Alright, here we go. Right next to Connie Center, we're fighting it.
As one!
Ah, all of our allies are here now. This is interesting. I'm liking this. Okay. Oh, that's a mine. That is a mine. Why am I there? Oh, get out of the way. I ain't dealing with you. There. Die by my flames, dang it. Thank you, Triple Cast. You have been a lifesaver. Another one? Geez, how many of these colossals do we have to fight? Oh, go under in here? I was not willing to die on that. 38k fire 4, I'm taking it. Although I'm surprised Connie Senna did a move similar to what the Astro does. It's ready to explode. Stand back. I'm standing back with all my might. This is for you.
Let us be about it.
Oh. Whoa! Okay. What happened there? Will do. We're leaving. We're flipping leaving. I hate to leave my friends behind, but we're leaving. Alright, story time. Oh! Who are these two? These savages bested our vanguard? Impressive. But in the end, they are only that, savages. Now let us be brief. Are these twins? Gunblade. Gosh darn it! Okay, this ought to be interesting. I Nope. Alright, so it looks like it's gonna be the same as back in Heaven's Sword with the, when you were fighting both, the two Asians in that dungeon. It was kind of, this seems to be like a similar forte. I liked that because it made it seem more fun. Interesting. Oh my. Okay. That's gonna explode. I better get inside. Don't stand in the stupid. Don't stand in the stupid! Thank you. Oh, this is tight fit. This is tight. Yeah, I understand, White Mage. I understand. Oh, goodness. Out of the stupid. We need you for this. Okay, I can definitely tell this is gonna be one of those fights. It's gonna be like that Asian fight because give me back mine. Okay, thank you. Not on me. Alright, there we go. This one's almost dead. Yes, I'm gonna take a gander. This is gonna be the same issue as when Impressive. And then let us engage them together. They cannot hope to evade us both. Oh. Oh, this is not looking good. This is not looking good at all. I'm not dead. Surprising. Okay, there's a reason. Okay, so basically we gotta fight these two similar to how we fought. Oh my, this dungeon is... Okay. Okay, there she is. Commence the bombardment, prepare to strike. That's not a good sign. They will not escape. Okay, looks like we gotta take this away from the party. Gotta do that. Okay, there we go. Woohoo! Ow. Alright, here we go. There we go. There we go. It seems we have no choice. Oh, this is gonna be bad. You should feel honored, savages. You are going to witness this twice. Get away from me! Oh, I am so happy. And fewer still who have witnessed this. Farewell. Oh. Oh my. Yeah, we're fighting them. We're doing this. We're doing this. Oh gosh. Take them down. Why am I taking aggro? And done. They're dead. Wow, that was an interesting fight. We served our purpose. Come, we shall withdraw for now. Alrighty, dang it. Yeah, no. Okay, so basically, goodness. Why not? I'll greet it. Gonna give it to the white mage. Darn it! I didn't get it. Oh well. Okay, so here we are with the fight itself.
There you are, and none the worse for wear.
Oh no, I had bad
Indeed.
people.
I had hoped we might do more to help, but there seems to be no one left to fight.
A tactical withdrawal, perhaps?
No.
We should give chase. Finish them off while we have the chance.
Smart move.
Imagine the other surprise when they wake to find the war already won.
Oh no, not this again.
The light will expunge all life.
Oh!
Only you can forestall the calamity. Throw wide the gates.
No! 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 Not like...
No, 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 no! Don't take Alizé! Don't take Alizé! No! Dang it! Dang it! Dang it! Dang it! Ah!
Oh no. Don't tell me.
They've
Are
done
you
it.
all right?
I'm fine, but the flick!
Quickly, we must get her back to the encampment.
Dang Flabby! I thought they were gonna leave her alone! Dang it, dang it, dang it. Well, I'm gonna take a short intermission here, and then we will get back going into the story. And we are back from the intermission. Sorry, that took me quite a while. So let's get going into the next bit of the story. So the Garleans have been rooted, have they? Well done. Though this exchange was no more than a test of our strength, like as not, they won't be taking any chances now that the Emperor has joined the fray. They'll want us to take their time, whittle down our defenses. Still, with your help, that of our Eastern Alliance allies, we've passed the first step. Test! Blah! Our line is unbroken. Gosh darn my speech. As for Alizé, well, she is in good hands over at the infirmary. So Alizé is down too. My lord, the Turgians have completed their examination of Mistress Alizé. It is as we feared. She is locked in a slumber without any outward cause. Ah! Just like the others. Darn it all. Aye, the Garleans picked a fine time to come knocking. 5 scions incapacitated, and with the enemy of our doorstep on our doorstep, I cannot spare the man to assist in the search for a cure. Best I can do is see to it that Alizé is escorted safely back to the Rising Stones. Yugiri and I would return to our encampment. The main contingent of our forces from the Far East is under sail, and all must be made ready for their arrival. I'll not keep you then. Judging by the Garleans' recent movements, or lack thereof, they won't be launching another offensive in the immediate future. You should return to the Rising Stones. Given the plight of your fellow scions, I can understand if you feel on edge, but you'll be no good to anyone without rest. Alright, so I will see you guys at the Rising Stones. Oh boy. Alright, we are back at the Rising Stones here. We are going to do the entrance here. And just as we feared. But Alizé, Alphino, Thancred, Urionji, and Yestola are no more. This to me Does not sound good. Aye, Mystery, welcome home. Word has it you and Mr. Salisay gave the Garleans quite a thrashing. Speaking of whom, where is Mr. Salisay? I was certain that she would have returned by now. Unfortunately, we give grave news. By 12, not her too. Orchard and I will ready the infirmary for her arrival. We will also need to send a message to Taru post haste. Would that I had something other than grim tidings to share with her. And with you too, for that matter. It grieves me to report that the Archon's condition remains unchanged. As we speak, Colton, Kryl, and Master Matoya continue to explore every possible avenue. Alas, their efforts have yet to bear fruit. But all is not lost. You are still hale and whole after all, though I suspect you must be tired from your journey. You should rest, my friend. Leave the worrying to us, for the time being, at least. Alright, with the end of that, we conclude with that, and I wonder what will happen next. Meanwhile, at the border of Alamigo. This is not good. This does not bear well. Oh my. And he cometh. Xenos. That is all we know. Oh, goodness me, that does not bode well for us. What will happen in 4.55? We don't know. Remember, throughout the ending of each expansion, they do split this part of the story into two. This is just the first part. Now, my thoughts on the whole thing, it is interesting. They really explored the Emperor. They explored Alizé's character in all this, but unfortunately, with only us and the leading friends of the Scions, we are the only ones standing. What will happen in 4.55? I don't know. We don't know when that will launch. It will be sometime around March, but I will tell you right now, I am concerned with this story, only because we don't know more about the Yassian god, because that was never really explored throughout Heaven's Sword and Stormblood. That has only been explored in Realm Reborn. So will they finally tie that in? Who the flip knows? But thank you guys so much for joining me on this very, very long journey. And I will see you all in the next one. See ya!